Hello students, this is Mr. Belay, and I'm here to go over the art component to your lesson of Mesopotamia, and more specifically, the writing system known as cuneiform. As far as we know, this is the oldest form of writing that humanity ever created, and I think it's amazing that here it is thousands upon thousands of years later, and we understand this writing system, and we can practice it ourselves. What I did is create a handout which will help you be able to take your name in our alphabet that we're used to and translate it into a cuneiform style. This would be the first step because we need to see what those symbols look like, taking English alphabet and turning it into cuneiform. We have air dry clay, so this does not need to be fired in a kiln. And by using just a simple little plastic tool, I want to show you how to take your name and turn it into a cuneiform. Cuneiform was done on clay tablets. They would push the indentations into the clay and either just let it harden by the sun or fire in a kiln. And so we are participating in a writing system that predates any other writing that we know of. So I'm gonna switch to the camera view so that you can see my hands, and I'm gonna show you how to create your own name in cuneiform on a clay tablet. All right, let's switch over. Okay, students, so the first step is when you take this clay and flatten it out and stretch it out. You can bang it on the table. Oh, that's gonna make the camera shake there. I'd like to use kind of like little sideways karate chops, which help spread that clay out. Thing is, we need to be pretty narrow, but feel free to manipulate this in your hand, stretch it out. But we need to get a nice working surface here. We can always clean up the edges later, but let's get a nice, flat kind of rectangle here. Hopefully that wasn't too jarring to my my camera view there. So I could flip it over. I definitely want this, to be pretty smooth, so I can just rub my fingers across it. Let's try to smooth out the space here. All right, looks pretty good. So definitely cuneiform, little wedges, little triangles seem to be the main kind of design here that we're gonna be using. So I'm gonna be looking at my handout here, and I need to work with setting up these triangles. For me, let me see if I can zoom in here. Yeah, that's gonna be a little nicer of an angle here. So I want a little sideways triangle there. I'm gonna say I kind of push my tool in and then just give it like a little kind of wiggle. You can smooth it down there. There's my first kind of sideways triangle. Next one, I need a downwards pointing triangle. Maybe I'll start kind of on the top here, bring this down, and just a little kind of wiggle back and forth to get that kind of shape there, that kind of downward pointing triangle shape. All right, I'm gonna move on now. This next one, woof, figures an R has got a bunch of triangles, 2 rows, triangles top of each other with a little side one. Let's see, I'll do a line here. Kind of wedge this back and forth, just moving my stick, trying to get those 2 kind of triangle spikes on top of each other. I need another set of 2 and a single one there. Now, I don't want you to have to sit here all day watching me do this, so I'm gonna switch to a time lapse just to make this go a little faster. But see what works for you. For me, I find putting the tool in and kind of moving it back and forth seems to give me a nice shape here for my little triangle pieces for my cuneiform there. All right, let me switch over to a time lapse here. Okay, students, so there you have it. I had finished my cuneiform tablet. I try to trim it down some so it looks nice. Where you can see all the symbols there. Hard to hold. I think they pretty much match the cuneiform that I created my name into. I think the last thing to do would just be somewhere on the back, either just carve your name or your initials in there, just to make it a bit easier so we know who these belong to without having to translate cuneiform there to figure it out. But there's my initials, there's the front. Good luck. I would definitely love to see these. So maybe your teacher could take some pictures or send them my way, because I love to see how these cuneiform tablets work out. So thank you very much and good luck.